prefer in English or in Greek? Okay, never mind. Okay, so we are going to speak about languages, but also about brain's code. Huh? So, who has a brain? Okay. For this session, you have to think more than the other days. So now, I will ask you, who is who when I say who has a brain, you say yes. So now, who is who? Okay, again. So, you said, I have a brain, okay? Who is this guy? No. You have a brain? Yes, you're sure? I think he's wrong. Not for you, for everybody. Because in fact, I is a brain. So the correct answer is I am a brain, not I have a brain. Okay. You have legs?
Yes.
Okay. So, no, it's wrong. Let's try. Okay. So, in fact, your brain has legs, but your brain has no brain. No brain. Okay? You understand now?
Yes.
Okay, correct. So, who has brain?
Right.
Yes, the brain. Correct. Okay. So, you did. The difference between language and brain's code is that here we are talking about that only, but we are not really thinking what we say. But here we think what we say. Okay. So the idea is the following. When I say, where is your brain? You answer what? No.
I am.
No.
In my head.
No.
Right. My body. In my mind.
No.
Controlling my body.
When I ask you where is your brain, you just answer, I am here. Yes, it's okay. Because in fact, you are brain, not only legs. For example, I cut your leg. Okay? You are still you? Yes. But if I cut your brain, no. Okay. So there is a difference between all these things. So for the brain, do you know how we say brain in Greek? Myalo, and also myalo is very low and higher. No? The words mean in the head. Ne, mesencephaly, in the head. Encéphalos. Okay, fine. Okay, so it's very strange, you know, because very often we say in English, you should think out of the box. Yes? But what is a box? this expression, in fact?
Box is your soul.
Yes, yes.
Box is your head.
Okay, so
Your brain.
we have a box.
You are the brain.
We have the brain here. Okay, so they mentioned to you, think out of the box.
I get it.
Okay, you get it. So now, inside, outside. Okay? So in fact, in, out. In Greek? Yes, yes, yes. Μέσα έξω. Okay. Μέσα έξω. But if you said only μέσα έξω, you will not see the difference because there are two different words. In fact, you can do also this. En, ek, and if you prefer, X. So, the idea for our mind is to think outside the box with our mind. So, the first step is our intelligence. So, above intelligence, what you can put? Above. Your brain use intelligence, but above. What is the intelligence of the intelligence? What? Smart. My thoughts. Okay? So imagine like a code now. You have intelligence. When you think that you are thinking, this is your thought. When you are thinking that you are thought. Oh my God. So now, so this is what? C for what? For no conscience. Okay, great. Okay. So, you see, this is like a reaction with a feedback. So, for the feedback, you have to think about you like this, but for the feedback, you do this. So you are thinking that you are thinking. It's quite different. For example, if you have only one language, it's much more difficult to see that. So, for example, one language, two. They are different. But your thought, your mind is different? Yes, no? Your mind is different because you speak another language? Yes or no?
Yes, because you can understand.
Okay, so imagine your mind. Okay, so now imagine one guy, the guy A and the B. So, careful, you have to think about that. So, he wants to speak to B. Does he speak to B or to the model of B?
B. Mother B.
So imagine, in fact, when you have this guy in his mind, you have a model B by A. So he speaks to this model. You don't speak to the other guy. You speak to the model of the guy you think he is. That's why even our friends surprise us. Why? Because the model is not very good. In fact, when B speaks to A, he does the same thing. So, the real communication is here. So, the problem for the language and the mind is the following. Can you imagine something which is a square and also a circle, but together? Can you imagine an object which is a square and also a circle?
Yes.
Yes, which one? No. No. You disturb them, you know? Yes, you know. Okay. So you should do this on the other side. I mean, we have two objects, okay? So imagine that this is a language and this is another language. So we think that they are different. But in fact, if you take a cylinder like this, the projection here will be this one. The projection here will be this one.
Oh, I get it. Because from bird's eye view,
Imagine this. So this is like a circle, okay? And like this is like a square. Okay, so the idea is the following. Sometimes we think that there is a difference, and we see only the difference. But in fact, it is the same object. So the difference is here, we are in 2 dimensions, and here in 3 dimensions. Okay? So now imagine that languages are the projection of your mind. Okay? So do you prefer to speak each other with one language or another? For example, Greek or English? English. Okay? So think a word. You see the difference?
Yep.
Yes? What is the difference?
That one's
Okay. So now I would like the same in Greek. So word in Greek, flex, brown. And word in Greek, have L. Yes? In Greek, you know? You start with a K. Cosmos. Okay. So, for example, in English, you have a difference, only one letter. Okay? In Greek, they are totally different. But in fact, this is the same, and this is the same. So if you change your language, sometimes little difference can be big difference. But on the other side, big difference can be also little difference. So, the difference makes the difference. So imagine for you, when you speak in English and you think in English, or you speak in English and you think in Greek, or you think English and you speak Greek. Okay, so you have to choose now. So, you don't know? It's rather different, huh? So, Greek, Greek, English, English. By the way, it's a joke, because epsilon is Greek, Greek. So, you prefer which case? So, you prefer the second one? Okay, so for you, Greek is a foreign language. Okay? So, it is nice for you, is it nice for you to have one language, two languages, three or more?
More. Three.
Why you like more? English, what? Oh, hablas español? You say Spanish? Oh, you're learning. Okay, okay.
I know a lot. I'm learning Spanish, Greek, and I already know English.
So, the idea is the following.
I'm not going to tell you.
Many languages, more human. You see, this is a proverb in Czechia. It says, more you know languages, more human you are. So this is rather difficult. I'll try to explain this. So first of all, you see what you get, and you don't get what you see. So, for example, how many squares?
5. 5.
5.
Wait.
It's okay?
It's 4 squares inside a square.
So you have 5 squares.
It's 5 squares. And the deep one. 5.
No, don't say 5 before the question. But it's okay, it's 5.
4.
Okay. So, here, now.
No, there's more than 10.
Yes, it's more than 10.
Because the biggest square is in the square.
Yes, correct.
16. 14.
So, in fact, you have this size. Okay? You have this size. But don't forget this size.
Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I get it. 11.
Okay, so in fact, for this one, this one, you will get 4 for the others. Okay? So now, you see that the number you find many? How many what? That's a good question. How many triangles? You count this one also, huh?
14.
And you count also this one.
15, 16, 17. Oh no, I already counted that one.
Okay? So, imagine now that all these computations are done with your mind.
Mine, that's a triangle in the shape.
Okay? I want to use some problems, in fact in math, to compute problems of the language. So imagine you have a language here and not a language here. So there is a correlation. Some words, no correlation, many correlations. For example, here you have one word, and here you have many, because they are synonyms. Okay? So, for example, I would ask you to find Greek words written in the same way, but with a different accent. You understand? Yes? Tonos? So I want a word which is the same for the letters, but different for the accent. Come on. Yes, correct. So 4 syllables. Okay, another one. Oh, with only alpha? The word is soft in Greek? Yes, that's why I mentioned with only alpha. Okay, okay. So another example? With 2 syllables? For papu. Huh? Lygeros. Lygeros. Okay? So now imagine that I ask you the same thing in English. So try to find a word with the same characters but a different accent. You will see that it's rather difficult because we don't have an equivalence of this problem. So for example, if I change the language, I take French and do the same thing, for example, with this word. So this can be fils, the son, different from fil. Okay? So this is the equivalent. So you can see that with this example, sometimes languages have something fixed, but not mine. So imagine now the following thing. What do you see?
A hashtag.
Okay.
Really big hashtag. A rhombus. No, another diamond inside a diamond inside a hashtag.
You see, if I continue, yes, correct. I will get this one. So imagine that this is mine. And all these lines are language. You see? So, the idea is the following. I try to understand the mind of the other one. And I use languages. So, can I use 1, 2, 3 or more to understand an idea? So, for example, new language. Okay? So the idea, this is no. This is and. And this is all. Okay, so in fact, this formula means that the negation of the end is the all of the negation.
What? Sir, the end of the R.
Yes,
plus the
in
R
fact
of
you can
the
say
O
no
equals no.
par n q
N of the
is no I all no q. Okay?
Let's say
So this is logic.
let's say it's a bunch of brackets, equal signs, and boxes. Need to. Logic. So this
Okay, so
logic is.
try to understand this with the following idea. I will use 2 letters only, okay, with only 2 positions. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. When I put 0, it's wrong. When I put 1, it's right. Now I want to see this one. So, if it's wrong and it's wrong, what is it? Wrong. Okay? If it is wrong and right, what is it? Wrong. Correct? Right and wrong? Wrong. No, not maybe. Right and right?
Right.
Correct. So you see, 3 times 0, only 1. So that's why in the justice they prefer the O instead of the N. You will see why now. So this is all. Wrong or wrong?
Wrong.
Wrong. Wrong or right? Right? Correct. Right or wrong?
Right.
Right. And right and right?
Right.
Okay. So now, in fact, we want to use this and this table of 2 to understand this formula. So now, I want to compute this one. You see? So to do that, I use this one and this one. So, not T is the same on the other side. And here, I will get what? It's okay? You got it? Here, this is the opposite. So if I has this, I will get that. Now I will put all. So here I will get 1, 1, 1, 0 for this one. So this is in fact the negation of this one. Because if I do this, you will get 1, 1, 1, 0. So it's the same. Okay. So for example, you will see that even if I ask you in English or in Greek the same problem, you will get the same answer if you think about that. So what is the opposite of every day is raining? Even for the big one, it's difficult, you know? So don't answer very quickly. Yeah, it's better, it's better. In fact, not exactly one day. So, for example, what is the color of this? Okay. So imagine that it's black. I put the point with this blue, and I ask you what is the color? No?
Navy blue.
You have a second shade.
Black and blue.
So?
Navy.
Yes, no?
It's blue. Black.
Okay. The ball is white. It's okay? Okay. I do this. And I ask you what is the color?
White.
You know? The correct answer is that the ball is not white.
It's colorless. It's colorless.
No. It's not a color here. But in fact, if you have one exception, this is white. This is not white. No?
It's anything black.
No, it's only not white. That's all. Okay, so imagine now, for my question.
Not white.
So the question is the following. So every day is raining. And I ask you the negation.
The navigation is north.
No, you got the correct answer. Again? Yeah. So in fact, the correct answer is there exists one day with no rain. Not exactly sun. No rain. That's all. So this is the opposite. In fact, this formula is the same with this one. So the idea is the following. If you are only in one language, and not in two, for example, this is the third one for you, it is very difficult to understand problems. So if you have many languages, it's useful to understand the problem of mind. So, imagine that a problem in mind has one projection, or another one, and now you have the projection, and you want to find the problem of the mind. So, for example, imagine now we have an object which is simultaneously a square, a triangle, and a circle. So it seems to be impossible, no? But it's possible. So we are in 2D. So in 3D, we can imagine an object with these 3 projections. Yes? You can imagine? I'll show you this one.
So, what is the shape?
Good choice. So imagine at first glance that it's like a cylinder. Okay? Like. But in fact, I would change it.
Oh, we're going to change that to a trash.
I put a line here. Okay. And now I will compress this to get that. So this is stable. So you see, I have a cylinder and I do this. On the opposite. So if you do this, you will see that here you will get the circle, here you will get the square, and here you will get the triangle. Okay? So, in fact, many times at the level of languages, things seems to be different. But at the level of mind, they are the same. So, if you speak only one language, only square language, or only triangle language, or only this, it will be very difficult for you to imagine this word. But if you are 3 languages, you can solve this problem because you are very much closer to the mind. What?
Would you include proficiency in mathematics as being as having the ability to speak another language, or it has to purely be linguistic?
No, no. I just use mathematics as a core of mine to show.
That I might think how someone who's half proficient in science. Would you include that as a difference, also, as another language stream?
No, it is a core of the language.
Must be.
Yes, yes. So, in fact, if you have to say the same thing, you can use it for the logic. Logic is a language, but mathematics is the core of the language. This is the mind. Every brain computes the universe with mathematics, but not all the brain know that. But we have only this, and this is our brain. So the idea is that a language has some problem, structural problem. Why? Because it's only a projection. So we have mind, and we have a projection. I have another mind here, and the projection. And in fact, when we say that we communicate, in reality, we communicate with the language. The problem is that this projection is not constant. So, for example, you have a shadow of an object and another shadow, and you see that the shadows are the same. So at the first glance, you think that the objects are the same. For example, can we have with a cube a shadow with it, which is an hexagon?
Yeah.
What?
Hexagon.
Hexagon.
Yes. With a cube. So yes, you can do it. You can draw it. Why? I mean, I draw this.
That's a cube.
Okay, but I want to show you that the shadow of the cube can be an hexagon. It's very easy.
Oh.
Now I can show the opposite. I do just that. Huh?
Wow.
Okay, so, but in fact, I can have also an hexagon and a cube. But the cube is different from an hexagon. But they are the same shadow. So for the equation, you see, here I have a language. Here I have a line. The system is degenerated. So, another idea is the following. Can we code the language with the language? So, I will show you at first glance an easy example, and after, a not easy. Okay, so I write 1, 1. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so 1, 1.
That's not one. That's
No. This one is 1. So I write 1, 1, and I write here 1, 1, 1, 1. But now I have 2, 1. Okay? Now the following. Not exactly. I have 1, 2, and 1, 1.
1,201.
So the following is 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1.
No, that's not he has one
So in fact, at the end I will get this, for example. Okay, so this is the sequence of Conway. So the idea is the following. In fact, I read what I write, and I write what I read. So if I show you now this, and I ask you the following, it will be rather strange with no explanation. But with this explanation, it's okay. So, another one. Here, the alphabet, it's only 1 and 2. It's rather strange. I have only 2 letters. Okay? And it's 1 and 2. And I define the block will be the length of the same letter. That's all. So imagine now. I'll start, for example, with 2. Try to think about that. Okay? So 2. If it is true and I have the block with this, I have to put another 2. Why? Because I have to get 2, 2. So what is the following digit? Come on, it's easy.
What's 22?
No. The following is 1.
1.
Yes, because if I put 2, I will get 3, 2.
220.
But in fact, the following is 1. So since it is 1, the next one should be 2. Because I have only 1. You got it? No? Again. So I will ask you after if it is English or Greek. So, again. I do this, okay? I started with a 2. So I know that I have to put 2 times the same letter, which is 2. So 2. Now, I change this. So remember, if I put 2, and I get also 2, I will get 2 here. So I should have 1, 1. Because if I put 2, I will get 4, 2. And I have only 1 and 2. It's okay? Okay, now I have 1. Since I has 1, I have to put only 2. And here, only 1. So, you can see what? I read this. This is syntax. And this is semantic. So, I write and I think. I think that I write, I can compute what I write. So, it's like bootstrap. Can you say me the following digit? Imagine. Come on. Yes, imagine we done this, we done this, we done this, so we done this, 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 this. So now we have 2. So we get 2, 2. Okay? So the idea here is the codification of the code. So at the first time we thought that language is more important than mind. Second thought, maybe it's the same thing. Third thought, mind is more important than languages. Because here, this is society. Here, this is mankind. So the difference is now, we think, that to understand more and more this idea, we have to learn many languages. So for example, for the youngest, imagine that we have only 0 and 1. Okay? What is the next number? You can use only 0 and 1. The next number is what? 1. Correct, correct. The next one?
0.
No, I got already 0.
1. 2, 1.
No.
1, 1.
No.
0, 0.
No.
1,
1, 0.
Yeah.
It's 10.
Yeah.
Say 10. So the next one?
100.
No. 11. The next one.
12.
No, 12, you don't have the right. I use only 0 and 1. So the next one now. Okay, correct. After.
111.
Okay, so it's easy, you see. If you have only this guy, you will get this. Now I do this. It's easy, no? Okay, but this, I can write it in a different way.
Oh, to the power. Oh. I knew it.
So in fact, what I mean with that, if I force you to think only with 2 letters, you will get this one. If I force you to have only 10 letters, you will get this one. But in fact, they are the same, because the power are at the same place. So in fact, I wrote 2 times the same thing. So the same thing with mine, and different with language. So if I know many languages, understand in a more powerful and efficient way are mine. That's why I'm more human. That's all. Thank you very much.
Ευχαριστήσω